I'm at the draft. So I'm at the draft, and you have amazing access. I'm in the green room with these guys, and you wait, and you're communicating with the folks back at the home office. This was the infamous draft where Rachel Nichols was back at the arena in Charlotte, and she was waiting to talk to Michael Jordan, and he never talked to her, and she freaked out. She never went to the draft room. She was supposed to. But I'm on scene at Madison Square Garden. We take Brandon Wright. And the idea is, as a PR person, you take this guy through the media circuit, right? You walk them through. So I'm getting set to walk Brandon Wright through the media circuit, right? Down at the draft. It's like, and you saw it on TV, and it's more elaborate now than it used to be, but it was still pretty, there was still some traffic there. You had to go through, NBA radio, you do ESPN, there would be some local radio set up there, there'd be TV, there'd also be like headshots and all kinds of stuff. So we're getting ready to go through, and I get a call from my boss, and he's like, right now, Brandon Wright is wearing a Charlotte Bobcats hat, and I want you to keep that on him through this entire process, but at the conclusion of this process, he will be a Golden State Warrior. I'm like, okay, well, can I tell him that? No, you can't. So now I'm going through this whole, and I don't know if I'm on foot or horseback. I mean, all things being equal, I always say this in case you're watching for the first time. I'm 14 years sober, okay? The night before this draft in New York City, let's just say I was up till 5, 6 in the morning doing not sober things, okay, with one of my good buddies, Bart Smith. I think we went to the Gansevoort Hotel. We were on the roof. And boy, I was no ceilings for me, I can tell you that much. So I am like out of my mind still, like trying to figure out what side's up. And I'm going through this draft, and everybody knows Arthur Trish, who I see on Twitter a lot. Arthur was looking at me like, dude, you're walking this guy through here. Arthur was the head of Hawks PR. He's like, you're not going to keep this guy. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, they just told me to walk him through. So I walk him through. We get in the green room. Now, mind you, I am a PR guy. I am not like a power broker. We go back to this green room, and who is there but the legendary David Falk? David Falk now is obviously Michael Jordan's agent. So he's friends with Michael Jordan. Falk knows me because he's seen me around Charlotte, and I actually knew him from, he doesn't know me at all. Don't get that wrong. He knows my face. I'm a tall guy, whatever. So he looks at me, and he points at Brandon Wright. Brandon Wright's right there. And he goes, you're not keeping him. You know that, right? And so Brandon Wright's like, yo, dude, he doesn't know me from Adam. He's like, what's going on over here? Am I getting traded or what? Finally, somebody with the goddamn head on their shoulders, Mark Broussard, God bless him, who still works for the NBA today, just came over and grabbed me. He's a PR guy. He's like, hey, Pete, I'm telling this guy what's going on. Like, he's like really on pins and needles here. So I was like, okay, fine. Eventually, Mark Broussard steps in, tells Brandon Wright that he's been traded. And I forget who the Hornets got. Honestly, if you couldn't tell, it was a total blur to me. But every time I see these poor bastards put a hat on and then I hear that their name gets drafted, I think of that story and get major, major PTSD. There were also some other components of it that I left out. But, yeah, that's another thing about, like, PR guys in the NBA. This is, like, a weird thing. I mean, I can tell you back then, I was working for the Sixers. I was making $44,000 a year, right? Okay? Like, whatever that is amount of money to you, it's about $1 million shy of what like the guy making the least amount on the team was making. So I always found that so odd. You're going to send this schmuck who makes $44,000, right, on the road. I would travel with the team. And, like, I'm out there, like, escorting these guys. I'm the point guy to this $1 billion or $5 million, $10 million, whatever you want to say, $20 million, however it's valued entity. And here I am walking around like, I'm blind looking. I can't find the door. And they just like, and it's not even the guys that have their stuff together, right? They're only making like, this is back then, like 90, 80, 100 grand. And they're in charge of these, like, these amazing assets for these teams. And I can remember one time, actually, I won't say this story because it involves somebody who's kind of close. But anyways, all I'll say is there was a lot of instances where, like, I saw a lot of PR people who are not qualified to do their job have to make, like, a lot of big decisions. Now, I saw a lot of really good PR people. B.J. Evans in Charlotte, amazing. He's now in Cleveland. Tim Donovan is, like, he's like the Godfather. He's like Michael Corleone to Pat Riley, still in Miami with the Heat. But there were a lot of people who just didn't know, like I say, if they were on foot or horseback, who were a conduit to major assets. And here I am trying to orchestrate media. So whatever. Thank God I wasn't working for the Sonics, and I wasn't ruining Kevin Durant's experience.